No ball pythons allowed. That's right, no ball pythons allowed. We are going to be highlighting some amazing, amazing reptiles all throughout NARBC Tinley. You guys got to check this out. And of course, we are not going to show a single ball python. There's a ton of really cool species here you don't want to miss, just like these hypo redfoots right here. Stick around.
My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me here today. So the idea of today's video and the goal of today's video is no ball pythons shown at Tinley Park. Obviously, we know that ball pythons are allowed at the show. Obviously, we know that they are loved and so many people and vendors have them at the show. But we want to highlight other species today on the channel and give some other love to some species that some people may not have ever seen or overlooked while they were at the show. So today, that's what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be covering some amazing, incredible species and not showing a single ball python. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I am. So if you do see a ball python, leave it in the comments below. Let me know the timestamp and just tell me that I failed this project. Let me know I did really good last time I did this project without showing a ball python, so maybe I'll go 2 for 2 this time. But without further ado, let's see all the other amazing reptiles that are at the show. Alright guys, this is really cool, an amazing stand over here. I am with Unlimited Exotic Pets with Nick here. Nick, kind of tell me a little bit about what our friend here is.
So this is a Varanus melanus. It's a quince monitor. I'm the second or third to ever produce them in the United States.
Really?
They're very hard to breed. You have to get them pretty cold, but they're an awesome monitor. They're kind of like that in-between size, where they're like 3 or 4 feet.
So how old is this one?
This one is about 5 weeks old.
So you said it's difficult to breed just because of the temperature?
Yeah, you have to get them really cold.
Really? Okay. Yeah, wow.
Compared to other monitors, I shouldn't say really cold, but
okay,
you have to get them colder than your average monitor. Really? Down in like the 60s. That's the key to breeding them.
And these are endemic to where?
These are in Indo.
So now, do they kind of hold that banding and?
They actually get bright yellow as they get older. They
really?
lose all this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to show you.
Yeah.
They lose all this black, and it turns almost solid yellow.
Really?
Kind of like a coming eye in a woody monitor.
Okay. Yeah.
They're semi-arboreal. They don't get as big as your average water monitor. They stay like 3 or 4 feet.
How long does it take to grow them? Are they fast growers or slow?
They're pretty fast. So I'd say like a year and a half, you have a full-grown monitor.
Very beautiful, though.
Thank you.
I'm obsessed with them, and I mean, I love a monitor's brain.
Yeah, yeah.
They're always thinking, you know.
Oh,
they always
man.
keep you on your toes. I love them.
And these are so intelligent, and they're one of those monitors where I'm not going to say they don't bite, but it's their last resort. As you can tell, there's no aggression there in the world.
No, just very curious. This setup, by the way, too, is just incredible.
Thanks.
So did you make it yourself?
Yeah,
or?
I made the entire thing. Everything you see besides these 2 boxes.
Really?
I made by hand. Yep.
How long did it take to make this?
Probably about 100 hours.
I mean, I believe it, you know?
This is a black dragon.
So you said this started it all for you. Kind of tell that story.
So I got my buddy Shadow. I have him around the table a couple spots.
Okay.
He was one of my first big monitors. Back then they were crazy expensive, and I saved up for a long time to get one.
Yeah.
And he is about 7.5 feet now and 7 years old. He really turned me on to all the intelligence monitors have and all that stuff, and I was just lucky to be able to breed him.
Yeah.
And this is his baby. I think last year I produced about 200 black dragons.
I think it's so rewarding too when it's an animal that you grow so attached to, and you can carry on their lineage.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
He's
like
one of those
so
monitors
cool.
where I say, "Come on, Shadow," and he'll follow me to my facility.
So cool.
Yeah, he's so cool. Yeah, we handle it from the moment they come out of the egg.
Really, that's the way to do it.
Everybody can maybe get that opportunity one day to have something like that.
Yeah, it's even closing its eyes.
Yep.
So it's like soup. That's how you know this thing is like totally calm.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Well, cool, Nick. Where if they want to go to find and acquire more about this?
Anywhere on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, on Unlimited Exotics.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, right on. Definitely, guys, you got to check them out. You can see it in the setup. I mean, he puts hundreds of hours of work in a setup. I mean, he puts thousands of hours into his animals, and that's something that is super commendable and you want in a reputable breeder for sure, especially for monitor lizards with the intelligence that they have. Nick, thank you so much. It's been awesome. right, guys, I am here with Slithering Exotics with JD. Look at this guy. We know what this is. So tell me a little bit more, JD, about this little
This
one.
is an Eastern Stimson's python. It comes from Nick Mutton's Inland Reptile line. We do a lot of breeding of those, as I know you do as well, Nick.
We got a clutch, so doing really well.
They're pretty awesome little pythons. You know, they're great pet-sized snakes, 2 to 3 feet. They do take a little handling, you know, to keep them nice.
They're just curious. Like, immediately I remember when I got them out of the bag, when I got them myself and unboxed them, those things just came shooting out, like, slow, but, like, they were just wanting to look around. They didn't care about biting or anything like that. They were just, I fell in love instantly.
They tend to look straight up a lot.
Yeah.
Some of them will be a little cage defensive, but usually once you get them in hand like this, they're just super mellow.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, I work with most of the Antaracea outside of pygmies currently. The Easterns are one of my favorites. Definitely working on some wheat belts in the near future, too. I do like the Easterns a lot. I think they're cool little snakes, and you get a lot of variation in, like, oranges and yellows.
I was going to say, I love the oranges
and tans and browns.
So how old is this one, roughly?
This would have been born in 24 and right around, I want to say, like May, June, sometime like that.
What do these normally feed on at this size?
These are feeding on large pinky mice right now. Yeah. I start them out on the extra small pinkies pretty much when they're born.
Very cool. They look great.
Most of them take off pretty well on food. You know, you'll get a couple stubborn feeders like
really with anything else, you know. I mean, it just kind of happens.
Other than that, they do super well, and they're super cool little snakes.
I agree. I can definitely vouch. They make great pets for sure. Yeah, appreciate you showing it off. Where can they find it if they want to know more?
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. We will be back here at Tinley Park in October. We've already signed up for that.
Let's go. That's great.
And we should have a lot more stuff.
I've been saying for years, I'm so happy you guys got a booth here because you got some really cool stuff. You know,
thank you.
It's
I appreciate it. We try to work with what we really like and we think is fun. You know, so. But
really cool stuff. Well, definitely check them out, guys. They also got some really cool artwork over here too. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
I do everything by hand. It takes these bigger pieces. They take about 12 to 14 hours.
I was going to say, that's a lot of detail.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
It really looks lifelike.
I appreciate it. I do plan to have some in October as well.
Well, as always, guys, this is a really great setup for your first setup here. Congrats for coming here. And we appreciate you coming here. Thanks for sharing. Man, the myth, the legend, Chris from Epic Style. Chris, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Tell me some of the cool things that you brought today.
So we have primarily Leachianus geckos with us, which is my favorite species to work with. I have a couple Chihuahuas, a couple Cresteds. I want to keep pumping our enthusiastic mindset and display of our Leachies that they're just an awesome animal that gets... Depending on where you go, you can get like a pocket Leachie that's 10 to 11 inches, or you can get a nice size GT that's 15 to 17 inches. So I think it's fun. It's an exciting, enjoyable animal to have.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So show me one today. What do you got today that you...
I think this is probably my favorite one on the table. Just with its saturation and its colors that are kind of taking place on it.
Holy cow. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about it. So what is the combination?
So this is a high color GT to a Carl Vargas animal, which Carl Vargas is South Tex Gex. To one of his high colored animals. Wow. And so it's a non-locale specific, so tracing like bloodlines or roots on that part. It's not like a Morrow or a Nuana and that nature. I'm just kind of following like what I like in the colors and the patterns for like some polygenic breeding and stuff.
Fair enough.
When it fires up, it's more of this hunter green color. It's kind of along its head.
I've never seen you bring rhinos, so tell me about this project for you.
So it's a new project for us that we're working on. These guys here are actually produced by Tinley Park. We have another pair that are growing up at home. I enjoyed them for a long time. We went to Iguanaland last summer.
Nice.
And my wife, Karen, she fell in love with the iguanas.
Yeah.
And
I think they're great. They're like cats.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Cats without the dandruff.
That's perfect. Like, because they're not on the dog vibe really.
No.
Like they have their own little lane. Like, but they're just so prehistoric looking on that. It's a moving
smart
rock. And I was like, well, let's get them from Ty. Like, we went there. That's where you fell in love with that. Right. It's going to be something a really
and Ty's
cool
a great person to get them.
Really cool. So it's from his Donkey Kong Princess line. We're a few years out on being able to produce our own. But that's the goal in mind. And then grab one of these guys out. They're younger, so they think everything's out to get them. Take your time with them. Try to
build a bond.
Those positive threads, those positive ties with them on that part. Whether it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just having that positive interaction goes a long ways for them. in that part of it. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think it's going to be a cool project. I'm excited to see what you guys do with it in the
No,
future.
it's really fun. I think it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool. If they want to figure out and find out more about these animals, or I know you do the educational programs, where can they learn more about you guys?
So the quickest way to find us would be our website. It's whynotreptiles.com. If you're on Instagram, it's Epic Style LLC. Our link tree is right there in the bio, and that gives all of our other platforms and stuff there.
Awesome, guys. Definitely go check out Chris. You guys do phenomenal work. Chris, as always, thanks so much.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Always good seeing you, man.
That's a good seeing you. Good luck today at the show.
Thank you.
So how old is this roughly?
She's actually probably about 16 to 18 months already. Roughly live about 20 months. I have her babies up front here.
Oh my gosh.
They're only about a week and a half old.
Holy cow.
They're not usually adults till roughly 9 to 10 months roughly.
Okay.
For females. It takes roughly 30 to 40 days for them to hit their heat cycle.
Okay.
And then you got about another 30 to 40, sometimes 60 days for hatch. We got stuff from all over the world.
That is super, super cool.
This one's actually a double shield.
So if people want to learn more about these, I assume you ship?
Absolutely.
Okay. If people want to inquire or learn more about these, where can they find you?
Crazy Bugs and Pods.
Okay.
I am on Facebook. I am on Morph Market a little bit, Instagram, TikTok.
Definitely have to check you out there for sure. Well, I appreciate you sharing these with us. This is really, really cool.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
guys.
much. So we are at Geckos Galore over here with Rax Etc. Reptile Exchange. What is going on, Armin? So good to see you and Moose. This is awesome. Look at all this cool stuff. So we've been good friends for a while now, Armin, and kind of been acquaintances at first and didn't even know we were in the reptile community together.
Yeah,
and then
very
through
true.
the grapevine, we kind of found out. But it's pretty cool to see you here set up with all these really cool reptiles for sure. What is your favorite on the table today?
So we have. So my favorite on the table is probably this. It's
That's mine.
Tuxedo line cappuccino.
That is really, really cool. So how old is this one?
This one is about a year and a half.
Really? Okay.
The Tuxedo line started at Treehouse Geckos. I crossed a Tuxedo line cappuccino into a tangerine
Really? Okay.
to make this. I made a couple others, but this one is by far the.
I really like the oranges on that.
I started working with the Highway line last year.
So tell me about this line.
So this line it was originally thought to be another line of cap, and now I believe everyone is thinking that it's probably more sable, just
Okay.
based on the way the white spreads and expresses itself.
Really? Okay.
This one is almost a full pinstripe, which the pinstripes look a lot different than like the
I see
broken up.
that. Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of going horizontal.
Yep,
Where's
exactly.
the other one? Yep.
Exactly.
Very, very cool.
Captive bred Fimbriatus. These guys get massive.
And it's so cool too because of seeing them like blend in with that tree branch alone. Like, there you go. Now the camera's kind of picking it up, but yeah, look at that. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
they're
see the
amazing.
eyeball right at the bottom there, but
Incredible.
oh my gosh, that thing is.
They just
so
totally
sick.
the way that they shape their body to blend right in. These are I think I want to say like the fourth largest Europlatus species, but they're very, very thin.
Yeah.
They'll just
If a stick bug was a gecko.
exactly.
Look at his front paws. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's so
They
cool.
just literally, and like if you put them in the cage like this, they'll just go like I can hang them from
It's
a
like a
branch.
bat.
Exactly.
We're definitely going to do a tour video, so definitely stick around for that. We're going to do some cool
Definitely.
gecko content.
Definitely. The PH Manny are probably the rarest of the group that I work with right now, and I may have another surprise for you by the time you get over to see the PH Manny. Hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. So if they want to find out more about all these amazing geckos, and also, like I said, stay tuned for the video tour to come.
Yes,
Where could they
definitely.
find out more about you guys?
Instagram is my Instagram is Rax ETC, and then Moose's Instagram is Reptile Exchange.
Okay, guys. Well, like I said, I mean, it's always a pleasure seeing you guys here. But yeah, definitely check them out, guys, because they have some real top-notch geckos and some real cool stuff. Some of it you just don't see anywhere else, that's for sure. Very cool, guys. Thank you so
brother.
much.
Thank you.
I am with Mike of Rainforest Junkies. Mike, the legend here with all the frogs, but he also brought some really cool turtles and tortoises here. More specifically, these beauties that I love. So, Mike, I know you've been raising these. I've been to your house and seen these guys when they were super, super small, and to see them at this size, they look incredible. Tell me about these hypo redfoots.
I mean, well, the hypomelanistic is obviously a gene that kind of reduces the black and all that. They're only 4 years old, And I think the reason that they grew so fast is I feed like twice a day.
Right, yeah, no kidding. And their shells look amazing. I mean, all your redfoots, like, this one, truth be told, is like really, really cool.
Yeah, she's 9 years old. I grew up since she was the size of a quarter too.
Yeah.
So, you know.
How many redfoots do you have at home?
I have 7 that are raised up from my original group, and those are the ones that have the high contrast orange with the semi-transparent purple necks with the orange blotches.
Nice. Okay.
So seeing that on it, I was like, you know what, you guys are going nowhere.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see what you look like, and they're still keeping the color and everything.
So how'd you get into the hypo line?
The hypo line, I seen somebody was advertising them about 3.5, 4 years ago. I was just like, you know, why not? Why not? Let's try it. Just figured, you know, what the hell, we'll work with them and see where it goes, and try and breed it again into that new bloodline that I kind of like created. See if there's any kind of color enhancement from that.
Yeah.
So.
I'd be curious to see. So, yeah, I mean, amazing stuff. As always, you also have these really cool frogs over here. But if people want to inquire about these animals, where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook, Rainforest Junkies Facebook page. Look up the website, Rainforest Junkies, and email me from that. Sometimes I don't get to the email, so be patient.
Okay.
You know.
Cool. Well, as always, Mike, really cool stuff, and best of luck with these amazing tortoises. Definitely check them out, guys, for sure.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Yeah. Dragon Project with Justin here. Justin, what do we got here today? I mean, you got slim pickings. I mean, you've been kind of selling out here, so I wanted to get you while I got you.
Yeah, we've got a couple left from some of our favorite projects.
Okay.
We have red dunners here.
Really? Okay.
We really like the dunner tiger stuff. Blues mixed in.
It's very citrusy.
Yep.
Yeah.
A nice mix of red and orange and blue. One of our favorite projects.
Yeah.
We mix a little bit of red monster in with that.
Okay.
Then we've got the pure red monsters. She's a hypo. She's got some cool red and purples. So
yeah.
we'll
So as she gets bigger, she'll kind of describe more of that purple in her and stuff like that.
Yep. She'll have a lot of some nice dark red with some purples and some lavenders, and so yeah, she's a cool animal. Another one of our favorite projects. Got a couple whiplets left. Half red monster, the red monster genetics into the whiplets project. It's a patternless gene.
Okay, so
it takes away all the pattern, and if you can work some high color genetics into them, then the color really pops on them.
Really? Okay. Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yep. So not many left here, but some fun stuff and some of our favorite stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I want to come over before the show opened up. I mean, it's already open to the public, and you're going to probably sell out here in a second. So appreciate it, Justin. Where can they find you if they want to know more?
You can go to our Instagram. It's the Dragon Project.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing with us.
Yep.
Thank you. Jeff at JMG Reptiles. Jeff, good to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
What do we got over here?
Well, Nick, we got a Super Arctic Sable.
Okay.
And this one is in blue, but typically these do sometimes have a really nice blue cast. That's why I call them Blucifers.
Okay.
But you can see the Sable and the Super Arctic make this really cool, you know, combination where you get this really dark black snake. Now she isn't shed, so she is a little cloudy.
Sure, yeah.
But you can see that hypermelanistic pigment.
You can definitely
really
see it through for sure. Holy cow. Wow. Is this a line you've been working with for a while, or?
Yeah. I mean, the Super Arctic Sable is like really, really nice, of course, as you can see, and it's like awesome for making combinations. The albino forms of these are like ultra pink and really variable. And you know, this is like a higher end combo, and so there hasn't been a lot of combos with Super Arctic Sable made yet. I have toffees, I have sunbursts, I have them actually a Super Arctic leucistic, so they have black eyes with more clear scales.
Yeah.
This is a newer kind of combination. You know, I made the first one like nearly 6 years ago, but you didn't really start seeing them on the market until really about 2-3 years ago.
Very cool. Very awesome animal. Oh, what is this?
That's actually the same thing. It's just this one's not in shed, and this one's got more of like a pinkish hue. So
very
this
cool.
one's a Super Arctic Sable too, like that one, but you can see some like a little bit of variation, although probably not that well again because she's in shed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but you can definitely tell. So.
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, Jeff, if they want to find out more about these hognose, where can they find you?
Instagram is where I'm most active, and you can follow me at JMG Reptiles. I also have a YouTube account and on Morph Market.
Okay, cool. Well, appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Vic.
Yeah. Guys, I am back at Offspring Reptiles. We've seen the retex, we've seen the rat snakes, but these gopher snakes caught my eye. So what do we got over here? Talk about these guys.
We've got a reverse trio of snow gophers. This is something new that we're getting into is the gopher snakes. Thanks to our friends Matt Most at Sarpamitra, they got us our first Applegates.
Really? Okay.
So we produced those last year, and then he actually sent us this reverse trio to try offering for sale here. If not, we're going to bring them back home, raise them up, and breed them. And it's
so it's a relatively new project for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have good friends in the hobby.
Absolutely, absolutely great.
Matt's definitely driven us in the right direction, telling us, you know, pick up this project and just kind of steering us in the proper
Which is
way.
cool too, because you're not impulsively getting into a project.
Exactly.
You got someone that's kind of like mentoring you into it and stuff like that, so that's huge. If they want to learn more about you guys and these snakes, where can they find out? And see?
Offspring Reptiles on Facebook, Instagram. My Instagram personally is Gecko Poppy for life. It's old. I don't have any geckos anymore.
Really cool stuff. Wish you the best with the project and excited to see where it goes in the years to come.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So there it is, guys. Another Tinley in the books. I tell you what, guys, it has been an incredible weekend. I am so excited to share with you guys the things that we got at the show personally, and it's been so exciting to see what other people have gotten at the show too. Again, let me know down in the comments what you guys personally got at Tinley. If you guys went to Tinley, I want to hear about it. Or if you guys are planning to come in the fall in October or next year in March, I want to hear too. So thank you guys so much for joining me here today. If you guys could do me a few favors, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. As well as hit that notification bell so you know when we upload. Definitely check us out on social media. We've been posting all sorts of fun content throughout the show all weekend long, and many more fun things and adventures to come. So you don't want to miss it. Definitely stay tuned for that. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys coming along in these videos. Thank you so much. And until next time, we will see you guys soon. Take care.